getting Greens back on his more natural play style. I think you saw it for the Nets. It just kind of freed them up offensively, and once they get rolling, they're just so hard to go for. But honestly, the bigger matchup that we're going to see today is now Jolo and Boot swapping positions. Jolo going down to center, Boot going to power forward, how that kind of interacts with Walnut moving back to the inside. Watch the big men today. They're really going to decide this matchup. I know a lot of it is Greens versus Gallo, but it's about the bigs sometimes.
Yeah, we just saw Gallo trying to get him in his zone. But here we go, you guys. Tip off. Gen.G taking on the Nets. Let's go.
I'm standing up all show.
One game for it all.
I was about to say, I have no choice. My knee is in an immense pain when I bend it.
Oh,
so I have to be stood up.
That's so pain.
Gen.G versus Nets GC. One more win for either of these teams. They will be in our playoffs coming up in a week. We are talking about like the green shot that he hit, one of the biggest shots and best plays that we've seen throughout the season. But to be the bearer of bad news, it means absolutely nothing if you don't win this game.
That's not true. It means something to me.
What the?
Something in this tournament means something to you?
Okay.
Growth.
Oh, before I forget, happy birthday, Mama Greens.
Mama Green's birthday too?
Yeah.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Mama Greens. One thing I will say though, this might be the moment I feel like to where DJ erupts in this game. It can kind of wipe his past narratives of just him going ghost on stage.
So it's been one of the biggest issues that we've seen ReturnOfDJ get on stage. If we go back to last year, phenomenal remote player, but when it came in person, the shooting just wasn't there. We got a little peek of some of the scrimmages that were going on, and his shooting was on point. As they get a steal on the other side, LawRich is going to throw it down there for Gen.G. A lot of energy being put on the stage. I was saying this, obviously, our guy Colt kind of becoming the face of the trash talk. All the viral clips are on social media. I think players are going to come out with a little bit more fire because guess what? Everybody wants some clout. Everybody wants the viral clip.
Everybody wants a clip.
Oh yeah, once I seen that I was on, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, you know
I forgot JT was on there too.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but I used to definitely talk like you couldn't. Well, I'm not going to even speak on it because I lost money off my talking.
Well, interesting switch up for every single team that we're seeing here tonight. Everybody is on an inside big. I mean, all these teams I think that have been playing, we've seen them use a popper at least at some point in time, but everybody decides to go with the inside down the stretch.
I think it's a good idea for the Nets to do this because in the absolute biggest games, you just want Walnut playing in a situation where he's comfortable. And it was just another dominant year for him statistically. Led all centers in usage rate, led all centers in points per game as well. This is just what he does. And I think getting him back on a build that he's comfortable on, passing the ball, scoring the ball, it's just a better idea for this Nets team. I was confused why they stayed with him on the popper all year because that was something we talked about with Bucks Gaming last year where they had Walnut on the popper and it was good, not great. And when he got traded to the Nets, I think we were all anticipating that he'd be done with that. But, you know, the popper and the inside build have had a lot of discussions this year about which one's better. But, you know, we'll see if it makes an impact.
I think the builds function a lot of the same. Obviously, one can just shoot. But I think the tendencies for centers knowing that I'm on a popper, when you're on the inside, it's like, cool, I have to go down every single time. When I'm on a popper, I was like, okay, cool, I can go to the mid-range. You get you put in some weird spots. So Walnut being able to go back to this kind of makes things just a one-way street. You're either going up to set an off ball or you're just running straight down to the paint.
I also feel like with a popper, sometimes it's confliction. Like, sometimes it's like training wheels for a guard. Like, it's like, oh, pop here, I want to do this here. Like, I feel like with the inside, it actually makes you play like more of a traditional guard, which not every guard can do. As we've seen, like, it's not, you know, no knock towards them, but a lot of Western Conference teams last year ran a pop because it was 5-out guards like Johnny Red, Kale, like, a lot of them were extremely explosive in that 5-out, but them having a popper like opened up the paint for them. It opened up their game.
But we had a chance to check in with a few players to find out what's motivating them to move through the ticket and into the playoffs. The answers were varied, although, JT, my friends, you might want to pay attention to Jolo's answer in particular.
My daughter was just born last month, May 2nd, so going out here winning the ticket, being able to make as much money as possible, you know, while the money is on the table.
Honestly, I don't really have anything else motivating me to take besides having a chance of making the playoffs that I like us versus anybody at this point.
I don't know, I definitely got a little side motivation and proving that I can play center. After I watched the broadcast yesterday, I didn't like a lot of things I heard, especially from JT.
Jolo at the center, you're a resident expert. You've played against these guys many a times. You have a scouting report of what we can maybe expect from Jolo at the center position.
I question this one. I'm not too keen on the move.
Did not appreciate that response when I got on center.
If we could look ourselves in the mirror at the end of the season and know that we gave it the best shot we got, then I'll live with the results at the end of the day.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let's back the truck up, and y'all better not be on a bus after this game. But look, it was me saying because I wasn't familiar. Like if I'm not, one thing I'm not going to ever do for any player or any team, I will not lie for you. If I'm unfamiliar, I will say that, which is what I said. I'm not familiar with Boot on power forward or Jolo on center. Like, I've even played with Jolo on my team. Where was he? Power forward. Like, if I'm unfamiliar, I'm gonna say I'm not too keen on it because I don't know. But I'm not about to lie for you. I don't even lie for my mama. I ain't about to lie for you, G.
I support your take.
It's like, it's not that personal.
I heard my voice there for a second. I was like, damn, did I throw something in there too? I was like, oh no, I just teed this up for JT.
Like,
also, congratulations to Gallo.
One thing that we do need to talk about when it comes to Boot, though, it's less Jolo being able to do the jab step dunks down low. But for me, it's going to be a lot to do with Boot shooting out of the corner. Because if he's a zero, I mean, they barely used him in the first 2 games with him at power forward. They're gonna make them pass the ball to Boot, and they're gonna make him put up shots this game. So he's gonna have to be ready for some big moments. He's been good defensively so far. I think they can probably tell that the Nets are really gonna go down to Walnut a lot this series, or a lot this game, I should say. But it's a huge change, especially with how good Boot has been this year. I think Joel has been pretty solid as well. It's an interesting change. We'll see. It's a lot different than just putting Walnut back on the inside that he's been playing off for 6 years, right? It's moving 2 rookies off of their primary position for your biggest games of the year.
But that's another small, I won't say secret, but detail that may help him going to the 5. Since he has so much experience at power forward, him out the corner, his defense could be game-changing. Sure. Because as a power forward, he knows what he wants his center to do. So now he can kind of play like that. Good scooper by Gallo.
That was nasty. Got a lot of space. Haven't seen that scooper in a very long time. I think you got to go back to 3v3 to be able to see that. As Gen.G can hold for the last shot. They do have the lead, 14-9 right now. They go up to Walnut, put the ball down there on the floor. I know he wishes he'd probably take it off the dribble. Greens puts up a 3. Oh, and he greens it. 10% may come out there from Greens. Thought it might have been more. 2 seconds remaining here for Gen.G to try to get something going. LawRich goes up. The Steez is there for the defense.
The rebounding stretch keeps being this drastic. Gen.G can't win.
Oh, I know this, though. He better not get took out back after he just called my name.
We're on Jolo watch right now. Mentioned JT, things got personal.
Because I promise, that's all it was. I just wasn't familiar. Like, well, what do you want me? What do you want me to say? That's what's wrong with, I'll say, a lot of 2K community. Their friends lie to them.
I will say one of the things, I went back to my pre-draft scouting report on both of these guys, and ironically, one of the things I had written down for both of them was doesn't offer a lot of positional versatility. I was not very high on Boot's prospects of maybe playing the 4. I didn't really think about Jolo playing center. I thought he was an out-and-out big in 3s and out-and-out 4 in 5v5. So it is surprising to see both of them given this opportunity, and I think already they're going up against Walnut down low, man. This is about as difficult of a matchup as it gets.
Well, one of the things that we had instantly mentioned as soon as he got his first touch in the paint, we're like, this is definitely a guy who has not played center really probably at all throughout the year, even in scrims, because the jab stepping wasn't there. There was just like, get the ball down low. It's like, cool, like now what do I do? There wasn't any efficiency. You saw the first jab step that he just tried to get. They played it perfect and actually didn't allow him to even get a dunk animation off of it.
Which is also because he shouldn't have jab stepped. They jumped, which gave him a stick dunk, but sometimes they look, and this is centers in the league in general. Sometimes they look for these jab steps and they don't need to.
Well, I just mentioned Boot's possible shooting problems, and he swishes a 3. Great pass from Gallo, too. Walnut drop. Didn't anticipate the corner pass. That was a great play.
Yeah, one attempt before that, missed it. They go down to Walnut. Jolo trying to wall him out. There goes the dunk. It's going to be blocked by Jolo.
It looked like he barely left his feet, but good block.
They go down there for the help. Now Gen.G can try to go back here for a reset. 7-point game. Gallo will hit DJ there on the flare-up. Just 2 points in this game so far for DJ, and there's Reizey getting a clean swipe. Trying to run it. Outlet to Steez. Oh, what a block from Jolo! Gen.G is able to get the board, and they'll set up shop once more.
That got punched. Hammer time.
Jolo's coming off that corner a lot. Boot is being forced to rotate a lot to the hashes, maybe to the corner sometimes, and every single time they've gone down to Walnut, Jolo has been rotating down low. I wonder if the Nets are going to adjust, maybe start hitting a couple of these quick touch passes to the corners, straight open threes, or you do stuff like that, and if the guy doesn't come off the corner, you get wide open shots.
I told you, he's played power forward so much, he knows what he kind of wants from his center. He knows what he would have wanted, like what kind of help he would have wanted. So that's all he's really doing with Boot. He's giving Boot the help he would want and that he thinks a center should give out of that corner.
Well, this is what you want for your point guard. High scoring already coming out there from Greens after that made 3, 11 points, 4 assists. See if you can keep it up throughout the rest of the game. Looking over towards Gallo, those are the two that we highlighted. Just 5 points here for Gallo in this one as he gets another scooper to drop there over Walnut.
That's so interesting. I felt like that was one of my nicer takes. Like I've had a lot meaner takes this season.
Walnut pump faking. Probably wishes he was on a popper there.
Instinct.
We'll go back over to Greens. Greens gets the shot and can't knock this one down. Walnut with the offensive board. And somehow that wasn't an and one.
How was that 6? I feel like the person on the right of him was a little too far, but and he has badge. Let's not play badge.
I for sure thought that was good. Anytime you see like the region allows him to go with a full layup animation, it's easy.
I literally geared it up. I was about to scream.
I do know sometimes though when you do get fouled in those instances, it doesn't actually let you time the shot after the foul was called. So like kind of whatever it was set at is just what it's going to carry on with. As Walnut knocks down both free throws, extends that lead back over to 10. If you're just tuning in to the ticket powered by AT&T, all these teams need is just one win to get into the playoffs presented by Google Pixel next week. And then once we have our Eastern Conference winner and our Western Conference winner, they will square off in the finals for $5,000. As there's another miss from Gen.G. Ball will be slapped away there by Jolo, but it will ultimately stay with NetGC.
Gen.G is not coming back in this game if they are going to continue to get slaughtered on the boards like this. It is 11-4 rebounding count right now in the favor of NetGC. The Tigers are not going to win this game unless they turn around these next couple quarters. Walnut, Steez coming off the corner as well. They're just eating them alive on the glass.
Greens gets another open look. That time slightly early. Gen.G, emphasis on the break right now. They will slow it down, though, here with ReturnOfDJ. A lot of those misses, as you mentioned, going all the way over to NetGC. We'll see if they can start to pick it up, start to get some makes as this game goes on. Gallo dancing around. Streetz doing a good job of staying in front. The behind the back, trying to get some more space. Reizey hedges out. Oh, they got Streetz up in the air. Gallo cooking, gets the 3.
That's one of those, like, momentum shots for him because it's like a confidence thing. But I feel like their biggest issue right now, not biggest, but DJ has missed 3 opens. He's missed 3 opens or wide opens. Like his shot making in this game is going to be pivotal.
I was actually going to mention in the half court. We'll wait till they get back into their half court offense. They're defending Gallo and DJ very differently, but we'll get to that when they get back on offense.
Streetz with a huge swing, ended up getting the dunk on the other side, got the steal, gives NetGC another possession. They've been going to Streetz a lot over the course of the turn, all the way to now on their offensive side. Been leading in the scoring, been up there probably the second highest in attempts so far. They're able to get the stop, and the Gen.G will get the ball going back the other way with under 2 minutes to go.
So just watch how they're being defended, right? You have Gallo on the right side, who they're playing a lot of straight-up defense against him. They're kind of doing the one-on-one, the classic pick-and-roll defense. When they give it to DJ, man, they're shading a lot of doubles over, trying to force turnovers, trying to force him into uncomfortable situations. It's interesting how the Nets are, I don't want to say favoring defending DJ, but they're kind of okay going 1v1 against Gallo and saying, all right, you know, get yours. You're not a high-scoring guard, but they know that DJ is kind of the ceiling. He's the elevator for this Gen.G offense. When he's cooking, this whole team is moving. So they're trying to hedge over to him a little bit and keep him, I guess, tempered down a little.
Oh, that's the one thing
Also
too. And that when we showed the Reed shot, I was like, man, Reed, like 10 people Greens. I like screaming the Greens. Came on my chest.
Walnut slips, going to take this one straight away. Seen that a lot with the centers. Anytime they get an opening when they can drive the lane, instead of just pausing, pass faking, pump faking, you name it, they're just going straight up with it.
I'm just warning them now. Jolo and Boot are both dropping whenever Walnut gets the ball in the paint. And I'm telling you, he's going to hit them with a couple touch passes, and the Nets are going to get some corner threes in the second half. They got to be more diligent, and they got to communicate better when Walnut slips to the paint. They're going to get burned.
Steez couldn't get a bump there. Another slam's good. Offense starting to pick up here as this game's going on. I mean, for NetGC, it's been Little smooth flowing since that first quarter. Only just 9 points so far here in this one. As another shot goes up, that's a miss. Huge rebound comes out from Boot. Gallo in transition. LawRich for three. LawRich will green the shot. It's a 2-point game.
Finally, they're starting to get some rebounds. They're starting to settle for good possessions. Like, that's what you got to do against a team like the Nets who likes to play slow. Get yourself extra possessions.
And I'm not even sure I like that board.
Steez, open corner shot, able to respond.
What I just said, stop doubling WildWalnut in the paint. You're going to give up open threes.
But the rebound count, there was just 2 rebounds for Gen.G coming into this second quarter. They got themselves up to 6. Meanwhile, been able to limit WildWalnut just a little bit more as well as the rest of Nets GC. 3 seconds between the shot clock and game clock here. Gallo cooking up, gets it to DJ. Open look for DJ. It's green for him.
Great shot.
I told you once he rapped. I said his name once he rapped. I knew once he missed him, he was going to still look for him with the playmaker badge.
Guards starting to find their rhythm. Here's the first half. Comes to the close. Green's at the buzzer. Knocks down the shot with 0.5 left. You get a 3. You get a 3. You get a 3. Everybody starting to find their rhythm.
Back and forth we go. What a quarter, 20 and 17 coming from both of those squads in the second quarter. And man, the basket could not look bigger for both of these teams. And what's up, 2K fam? Welcome back to The Ticket, powered by AT&T. We got third quarter action going down between Gen.G and Nets GC. Season on the line, only 1 half to go. The mindset, they were just talking about it, JT, just the ability to come in knowing that your season's on the line. What type of mindset do you have to have?
It has to be win or go home. It has to be, you have to leave it all out there. So win or lose, you go home like, okay, I won't hold my head over today. Like, I know we had a good reason why we are where we are. We are the people to blame. But you want to leave it all out there today. So you know for your season, you gave it your all. Maybe it was enough, maybe it wasn't.
That was very poetic. That's why you brought out the turtleneck today.
Oh, man. Yeah, while I'm at it, I forgot that quick. Big shout out to Autumn's friend Jada, who during the draft made a little Dwayne The Rock Johnson comparison joke with me and the turtleneck. No, I do not own a fanny pack. But ever since Jada made that joke, that stuck with me.
We should have bought you the fanny pack, honestly. That's on us. That's on us. That's our fault. We didn't complete the troll. Sorry, guys.
We didn't know what his wardrobe was going to be coming out here, though. I thought it was suit.
It was supposed to be. I changed brands with the beige suit I bought, so it was too small.
It was a slow first quarter offensively for Gen.G. Nets GC able to keep up the exact same pace that they had from the start of the game, where Gen.G finally decided to pick it up as Gallo gets another open look. And hopefully this kind of sets the tone for what we see for the rest of this ball game.
These two teams are going to have to lay it all out there. I'm talking empty the playbook, empty everything that you got. All the fun stuff that you tried in practice this year, put it out there. Anything you got up your sleeve, it's time to release it. And Gen.G right now playing some great defense.
I like the aggressiveness there from Greens. That's a pretty deep shot without any takeover that we've seen him try to take. It was literally 1 step in from the AT&T logo.
Definitely a pretty deep shot, but he does have gold. So it's definitely a very makeable shot, even without taking. Speaking of things that they haven't showed before, Greens actually said it. That play they ran against, that's tough. That's tough. The play they ran against the Hornets, he said it, they never ran it. They never thought it would work, but they pulled it out then, and look where they are now.
They didn't even execute the play all that well. They only hit one of the screens. The second one, the guy just went right around them.
They were talking with WildWalnut as we were walking in here today. He goes, look, elevated screen action. Somehow it left him wide open. Don't know how it worked, but it did. It's 39-36. Chance to add on to the lead here for Nets GC as Greens continues to cook. Tries to go to the scooper. Boot's going to get the block. WildWalnut will be fouled. Let's head into a listen-in here with Gen.G.
Go, DJ! Good. 6-point game. Good. All's one up. Damn. DJ, get to the corner. Come on, yo.
Reizey, hey, Reizey's 0 for 3. DJ, you good though? He 0 for 3.
Hey, we got each other up, bro.
What you trying to hold it?
Move your mic closer, DJ.
Yeah.
Hold it. Yeah, it's cool, bro. It's cool.
He just hasn't done it.
Has been the league read all season.
Yes.
It's like shooting guards have been hesitant to go when you just got to help the helper. That's literally 2K 101. It's been like that since I've been playing, and I'm dinosaur age.
They find Jolo with the shot clock that was about to expire. 4-point game.
Oh, no, relax, please.
What?
No, like I say, I'm dinosaur age, and you shake your head.
Walnut will get it. It's going to be knocked away there by Boot. He has been phenomenal one-on-one defensively throughout the course of the series. 4 steals now for Boot here in this game. And there's going to be a foul. It will be Gen.G stepping to the line to shoot 2. Steez gets whistled there for his 3rd foul as well. It's going to be Jolo shooting 2 here for Gen.G.
Hit both.
And he makes the first. They've been able to get it to within this 2-point range, but ever since then, it's usually a 3 that gets it right back up for NetsGC. But you can even kind of feel in that second quarter, I don't think the momentum is fully on the side of NetsGC, even despite them having the lead coming out in their 3rd. You still feel like it's swaying over to Gen.G's side as he knocks down both.
I think it's there. I feel like if Nets don't go into the 4th with momentum, they might be in trouble.
Walnut will get it up top. See if NetsGC can try to find their same flow. It's going to be Steez wide open in the corner. Connects again there for Steez. He's now got 11. A perfect 3 of 3 from the right side there for Little Bird.
I said this in the first quarter, JT. If they don't stop dropping off that corner, they are going to get killed. And that is 3 straight times now that they've gotten dotted on that corner. Stop it.
But the big difference is they've been doing weak side. Jolo went strong side, which means Boot has to go for him, but Boot's way too high up trying to get the ball. That's on Jolo there. He has to stay home.
That's fine, but he does. It's a risk-reward thing. It's like, dude, Steez is a 7-year league pro. He's going to hit wide-open threes in the corner. Let Walnut go up one-on-one against somebody in the paint.
They get the stop, a chance to add more onto this here for NetsGC. Greens will smartly slow things down as we are under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Reizey could have had a shot, won't take it. Greens will take this one, no! Drills it from the right side. It's an 8-point lead.
And this is the momentum I was talking about. They need to get to close out this quarter. But their defense, like you said, they just aren't on the same page. They're way too worried about Walnut.
And there's a missed dunk coming in from Jolo.
That's tough.
There he goes again.
Some numbers in their favor. Greens wanted the shot. It's about to shoot a turn-away jumper. Smartly cancels out of it. And that's going to be the foul to give their Boot 2nd.
Scary part is, if he actually gets that solo off, Jolo might steal that corner pass. So that's a great foul for the Nets, bad foul for Gen.G.
Greens with the pullback, trying to shake off LawRich, takes the shot in rhythm, no good. Jolo secures the rebound, and there's Gen.G out and running again.
Great job by Greens getting back and getting in front of DJ. He loves those transition threes.
Down to Jolo it goes, and this time adds a little flair to the slam.
I don't know. I feel like if Greens would have hit that fade on that left wing, I would have said that might be the deal breaker. It might be time to pack it on up.
Greens to Reizey. They step up over there, finally able to get back in front of Steez. Greens has it, still with a takeover. Burning Greens from way downtown! Drills the shot once more!
The defensive breakdown is complete. They are completely inside of their own heads now.
23 points for Greens. Picking up right where he left off in day number 1 of the ticket. 51-42. What will Gen.G's response be? Streetz getting bumped around the screen, able to stay in front. Boot on the flare-up, gets a look and grounds it! It's a green from Boot there on the flare-up.
That's a huge shot. That's a massive, massive game-saving, season-saving 3 from Boot. Now they got to close the quarter.
Stop here would be pivotal. Steez over to Greens. Working out here on the right side. Jolo, can he stay in front long enough? Into the mid-range. Boot sells out on the jump. They get themselves a stop. But things getting dicey. A perfect 17 points in quarter 1, 2, and 3 for NetsGC. Literally keeping the offensive flow the same for the first 3 quarters.
Hey, dicey indeed. NetsGC having a game, but Gen.G not going down without a fight. It's going to be exciting to see how this final frame shakes out. So this quarter is their season.
That three that Boot just hit, I can't speak to how big that is. Because they go into this quarter, and they're down 9 instead of 6 with the momentum that the Nets had offensively. Man, but hey, they still have a chance.
Here we go, 6 minutes, we'll decide it. Let's see.
It's as impressive that they've been keeping up the pace of 17 points per quarter for Nets GC, but on the other side, you got a question. It's like, well, I mean, where's the defense? If they're scoring the exact same amount of points, we'll see how this changes up. Big offensive possession to kick off the 4th and final quarter here in the Eastern Conference Finals as Gallo gets him started with a 3.
There we go. That's an amazing shot.
Best way that you can start it coming out there from the quarter break. See what Nets GC has for us. I don't think that Greens is going to have a whole lot left on this takeover as they just feed it down to Walnut.
Fine. That's fine.
No, it's not.
You've gained a point on the lead through 2 possessions. That's fine.
But it's too easy. Greens is not even in scoring position. I get it. Don't give him threes. I know what you're about to tell me. But it's the 4th quarter now. We can't trade with him. We can't trade with him right now.
A contested 2 is a better defensive outcome than a wide open Steez 3.
A what 2?
A contested 2.
Contested? That was a wide open
Well,
stand
that one, he was just too high. He was playing too high on that.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
I'd rather they just dropped again. Damn. They dropped again, JT. They keep doing it. Now they're down 8 again. No, I won't hear.
They told him go. So where's his helper? DJ help the helper. So help the helper's helper. Where's his help?
The entire offensive game plan for the Nets is to take one guy out of the play at the start of the jump, make it a 4 and 5 defensively, get you to rotate once, and hit a 3 off of the guy that drops.
But that just means, but when it comes down to it, if you're backing, if you're center, whatever, pull your damn shorts up. We can't try to swing all game. At some point, you got to play some defense as a professional.
They just did the same thing.
At some point.
They just did the same thing.
At some point. 5-point game, play some defense. Stop all these rotations. That's the one thing I hate about this new age nonsense. Too many rotations. Pull your shorts up and play some defense.
5-point lead here for Brooklyn. They go overload with Greens on the right side. Now they go to the corner to Streetz. He'll pump fake it. Put the ball on the ground for a moment. Back up there with Reizey. Only just 5 points in the game there for Reed. As Greens thought about the shot. Boot gonna meet Walnut there down low. There comes 2 pump fakes. Going old school. Misses the dunk meter. Gen.G will get the stop.
That's a great leg drop by Jolo. What?
Finally. They finally did it.
Gallo's got the playmaking takeover. There you can get a look at Gallo. One of the more relaxed seating stances that you might ever see when playing a video game at this level. Greens is going to be fouled. He had Reizey wide open in the corner. Man. Smart foul coming out there from Gen.G.
I'll be honest, that might be biggest shot of the 4th quarter for Gen.G. You can't shoot that there if you're Gallo, because I feel like the Nets score here.
They're going to do it again. They're going to try to take one guy out of the play, make it a 4 on 5, see if you rotate.
Oh, what there was a lob that came in there from Streetz.
I'm not sure what happened, so I won't comment.
That was a lob animation, like he was throwing someone back there.
It looked like, but I'm not sure.
Why you double tap a triangle when you're going to the paint?
I don't know what he was trying to do. So I said I won't comment because I'm unsure.
By the way, we have another birthday. Shout out to BFW in the chat. Mr. Black Frank White. It's Graham Borden. Happy birthday. Belated. Yesterday. Yesterday, the day before. Happy birthday, BFW.
Jolo gets the ball there on the inside, 3-point game, still being able to just keep it to within 1 possession for so much of it. But we're just waiting for that one stop. Can Gen.G get it to pull it to within 1 or tie up the ball game? Walnut's going to be whistled in for a shooting foul on Boot. He pump faked it, he reached. Walnut's going to go to the line to shoot 3.
This was an unfortunate turn of events.
And he misses the first.
Hit him with a little ball don't lie. Little ball don't lie.
This is when the unfortunate turn of events starts. Gallo shoots a very bad 3 on the right wing, and then Booth gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar, which gives Nets GC 2 free points on the board because he's hitting the next.
You know, unfortunately, the timing has to be when you just pump fake and they go for the reach, and it's like it's called a shooting foul. We see the step back be utilized by a lot of people, and we've seen some like cheeky stuff off of that, but just a clean pump fake standing still there. They'll take the points 2 or 3 from the line there for Walnut.
All right, 5-point game. 3 minutes left to go. In the speakeasy the other night, we had Frank kind of going at Gallo, Gallo going at Frank, back and forth. This is Gallo's time, man. You're down by 5. You have a chance to take your team to the playoffs, be the man, just made a nice pass there. It's Gallo time. He's got to close him out.
Need a couple of stops, too. They're just not on the same page defensively, but they need to be for these last 3 minutes if they want to clinch that playoff spot.
Green's trying to get some space. Boot shading up. They'll go over to Reizey. Only 7 seconds on the shot clock before they reset it back to their point guard. Can Greens take him home? They go down the Walnut. Good patience. Coming there from a veteran. Probably been in thousands on thousands of situations like that throughout his career. 1-on-1 in the paint with whoever's guarding him, and he gets the better of them 9 times out of 10.
See, it's when it's like that to where the rotation should be crisp.
Oh, this is a massive three. If it goes! Boot does it again. He is now 4 or 5. Let's head into a listen with NetsGC.
No threes, bro. Come on. I got you. Unless you're your rotation, don't drop right now. Both teams about to have one shot. Both teams about to have one shot. Trying to get good.
Don't dribble the ball. Don't dribble the ball. Fuck, bro. The threes. Come on. Come on, bro.
We'll get the last playoff spot. They will play Celtics Crossover Gaming in the first round of the NBA 2K League playoffs, presented by Google Pixel. 62-58. Streetz playing heavy over here on the right side. Forces Gallo to the left. The back door's there from Boot. Now everybody's scrambling. There's an opening though with Jolo. 2-point game.
That's what happens when you play the no threes defense. That's a great cut.
I thought Walnut blocked up, but also thought he could have just backed up there.
They're just continuously going over towards Greens, giving him every second possible to try to create some offense here for Brooklyn. Greens, the pull-up elbow jumper. It's money again. As consistent as they've come in a game where you expect somebody like that. You want your point guard to live up to these expectations. Hit a huge shot against Hornets Venom GT to get him here. And he's been stellar offensively as Steez gets another steal.
That was the stop. They just needed one.
Why are we doing that?
One more bucket. This is done.
Slip?
Walnut. Oh, we had the corner. Goes back over to Greens. Reizey gets the ball knocked away. Can they pick it up? They do. Jolo to the return of DJ. Down low, throws it down. Back to 2 points again. Gen.G, you just feel like is one huge stop away from potentially taking control of this game. And return of DJ's got double take.
1 minute of basketball. Who wants to go with that? Wasn't a turnover?
Greens from up top. He drills a three again.
What are we doing on the back end of the defense? That's a hell of a shot by Greens, but why are we in the paint?
Oh, but they get a stop on the other side, and that might just do it.
Oh,
I'm
Green's going to put him away.
I'm going to start the car.
He's going to put him away. Start the car. Start the bus.
Well, I call my baby a car.
Stomping him around in the screens.
He wants the kill shot.
Taking their time. Steez to ice it. I think that's his only miss in the game. Gallo with the pull-up. Oh, so high arcing. We're traveling the rainbow there.
Oh, I can taste it.
There's no pot of gold at the end of that one. Spoiler alert. 15 seconds remain. Gen.G trying to crowd him. Will go in for the foul this time. That's just the one, but that's probably going to do it. I had said that Nets shot, that Green shot that he hit against the Hornets, it meant nothing if they came out here and ended up losing. But they just did what the picture-perfect moment that lives up to a big-time shot there from Greens, who has been, you know, kind of on the average side with a lot of the guards that we've seen in fives. Hasn't been so spectacular, maybe what we'd expect, but in the closeout game, as Harris has pointed out, they have 17 again. Reizey puts it at 18, finally.
Yay!
17 points in quarter 1, 2, and 3. 18 points here in this one now. But NetsGC, some heroics. This is why we love this tournament. Teams that are out of there make some big plays, continue to fight onwards as they are not giving them anything. NetsGC will be joining us in a week's time in the NBA 2K League playoffs. They will square off against Celtics Crossover Gaming. But JT, Brooklyn, our first team to get into the playoffs via the ticket.